gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Dramatic pause. All right, suckers, what up? We are live. Hello. You're late. I mean, bro, look at the restaurant. Where's everybody else? Talk about I'm late. Where's everybody? Oh, that's right. Everyone's dragging ass today. Wake up! Get the crusties out! Wake up! I know. Depression is starting to hit in. Come on. It doesn't have to be that bad. Go, 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 go. Happy New Year, Russ. What up? Back to life. Back to reality. Come on. Come on. Where's all those people that were so... Come on. You're supposed to be motivated. You're going to you set all your goals. You're going to conquer 2026. You're already failing the first day. The first Monday, you guys are dragging ass. Come on. You didn't even make it 5 days into the year. Didn't even make it 5 days. And over here, you guys are struggling. One man, what up? What's good? What's good? What's good? LFG, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it all night long. Yeah. I called out today. If you did, that'd be hilarious. Already calling out. Holding on to hope. I don't want to work. I don't want to go back to work. I feel ya. That's all right. Don't worry. I'll keep you company for the next few hours. I'll hold your hand. You won't be alone. I'll make the day go by faster. Ross, is this your first stream of the year? No, dude. I could tell someone doesn't pay attention. You should be deducted points. Ben, for 2 weeks, it's time to go back. You been off for 2 weeks? Yeah, time to go back to make some money, right? Them bills ain't gonna pay themselves, unfortunately. I feel ya. I feel ya. We need some good shoes to drop. It's so dry right now. What do you mean you need good shoes to drop? There isn't any. Well, don't worry. I mean, you're going to go through. I mean, as of right now, there's nothing happening at all this month. So you might have to hold out longer. I know, the year literally just started. You gotta hold off for longer. The mines are nice. Yeah, but it's like a slipper, though. It's not really I wouldn't really consider it a sneaker. It's a slipper slide. You know? Which I'm sure some of you guys are going to grab them, but... a little nice little break to save money or pay off everything that you bought last month. Remember, like, unless you paid cash for it, you're gonna have to pay that credit card in the middle of the month. All that shit you threw on your credit card. That's all gonna be due by, in a couple weeks. Browns fired their coach. Yeah, it's not to be expected. That's to be expected. Everyone planning for All-Star Weekend in LA next month. All right. I wouldn't say everybody, because not everybody lives in LA, guy. But we'll just see. What coach is getting fired today? Pete Carroll. If Pete Carroll is not fired by the end of today, I'd be surprised. Wait, you're saying I have to pay these credit cards, people? I was wondering if they keep calling me, yeah. Right? It's all right, Ross. I have 0% APR until August. That's actually a pretty good deal. 0% APR till August? The Ravens coach? Why would the Ravens coach get fired? I don't think the Ravens coach gets fired. I'd be surprised by that. I'd be surprised. I think you could say a lot. A lot of coaches probably deserve to get fired before him. But it's actually not a bad time of the year, though. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of things going on as far as like the sports world. Obviously, NFL playoffs are starting up. Super Bowl's right around the corner. There's tons of things happening in January, just not for sneakers. You know? So there's going to be plenty of stuff to keep us busy. Plenty of stuff to talk about here. Plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Falcons waited no time. It's funny, yeah. The guy did not last, huh? For the Falcons? That guy did not last at all. He did not last. And I would say overall, like, it was between him and Coach Belichick, and they chose him over Belichick. I wonder if they ended up going with Belichick, it would have been better. Stafford is MVP. No, he should not be, but he probably will be. He shouldn't be, but he probably will. What happened to the Kirkland? I don't know. As a Bijan holder, I watch every game. Raheem Morris doesn't know how to use his weapons. I still don't think you guys figured out the quarterback situation. If you don't have a quarterback, you're not gonna contend. And I feel like the Falcons still do not have a quarterback. It is what it is. All right, what's up, guys? Come on in, come on in, come on in. What up? Happy Monday. If you guys are new here, just join, though. Don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out. Run it up, run it up. Get the crusties out. Wait, you're crazy? LOL. Stafford easy? Nah, not really, brother. Pat statting. Dude, Pat's his stats, man. It's a joke. But not at all. Throwing what? 1 yard touchdown passes? Really? Like, please. He threw 4 touchdowns yesterday. 2 of them at the 1 yard line. Give me a break. Like, I know. So it's like, you can't even go by stats, and people will use stats against them. But it is what it is. And honestly, you can go back and say, like, how many MVPs end up winning a Super Bowl? It's not in their favor. So if Stafford wins the Super Bowl, we can probably take the Rams off the Super Bowl list. Boom! Why is my chat not working? Oh, thank you for someone with Prime. I know, MVP on a 6th seed, right? But he probably will get it. He probably will get it. MVP on a 6th seed plus has the best weapons. Has one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. What? Is he okay? I'm gonna put his red light on. Oh, well, he's too good. He's all ready to go back to bed. You ready to go back to bed? He's tired. Some people going back to work from Thanksgiving. Damn, that's a long break. That is a long, long break. Who had a break like that? That's nuts. I could tell people are struggling today, honestly. I can tell people are struggling today. I'm back to work. This isn't how life should be. I know, shake my head, dragging. I can tell, bro. Look at how many people. Bro, I knew this was going to happen, too. This is how it is every year. The first week, you could just tell. It's brutal. I mean, I feel you, man. Trust me. I get it. I understand. Trust me. But is everything okay? Let's argue about sneakers, though. No, we're no arguments, man. There's nothing. The funny thing is, this is Ed. There's really not much to argue about, cause I mean, dude, it's dead as dead. It's dead as dead, my friend. It's dead as dead, which is good, right? Save your money. Save your money right now. Long year ahead. Some of you guys blew so much money last month. Pretty sure you guys could use a month to recuperate. You want the mines? I'm surprised that a lot of people are really wanting these, man. I am really shocked that a lot of people for $95, bro. I thought they were $90. I guess they're $95. For $95, you got the Mind 01s. And I'm sure people are just interested in it because it's intriguing with all the little bubbles and warts and zits on the bottom. Right? But $95 for some house shoes is wild. Very, very wild. I mean, this should be $70 at best. At best, this should be $75. At best. at best. I don't know. It's up to you if you want them. I feel like for me personally, dude, I have so many house shoes. I have so many house shoes. I kid you not. I have so many house shoes. I mean, dude, I don't even wear my what's the last Nike ones they just released? I still have those. Right? I still wear my foam runners. I love my foam runners. I have Adidas slides. I have my Crocs. I have my Crocs, Leahy Crocs. I have I can't remember the name though. What was the Nike ones that they just released last year? The slip-ons that people went crazy for. Yeah, the React, the Rejuvenates, whatever. Yeah. I still have those. My whole little, like, you know, like those little foot shelves, the sneaker shelves where you put by your doors, where your little cupboards. Dude, my whole little cupboards is filled with like shoes like this. Yeah. My whole little cupboard is filled like this. I have Birkenstocks too. I got my Birkenstocks. And then I got, I got these now. So, like, I'm pretty much good. I'm pretty much good when it comes to, like, I'm pretty much good when it comes to these house shoes. So, I think I might just, like, for $95, I might just keep the $95. And if you guys rave about them and say they're, like, fantastic and awesome, incredible, I'll wait for the next round of colors. Because there's no way. Unless I'll be shocked if they just do these 4 colors. The one thing about Nike we know, dude, we said it so many times here, is that they like to milk. So if these sell out and do very well, which I do expect these to sell out, these will sell out just because the fact, like, just looking at you guys' comments, there's just going to be people that are just going to be intrigued by it, right? They just want to try it out. Like, oh, I want to feel the bubbles. You know? Right? So I think these do sell out. Just from pure curiosity. The Cybertrucks. But yeah, that's really it. I mean, really it. Unless you catch some sort of restock, if there is some restocks. I know there's tons of rumors floating around about restocks for shoes. But do we know stock numbers? Nah, it's too far out. You'll know stock numbers when we get closer to the date. Also, Adidas has a Burke style mule for like $100. Do they? I know Adidas had they had that slip-on 4D stuff too. I don't know. It's gonna be. I mean, if you like them, get them. I mean, they do look comfortable. They do look nice. I personally will just probably have to skip on this one and wait. I'll just wait. And if you guys rave about them and say that they're really, really, really good, I might check them out later on. Yeah. How much is resale? We're already starting. It only took 20 minutes. 20 minutes to get that comment. What's the resale value, Ross? What's resale? Hey. Surprised it took that long. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all we care about here, right? I'll tell you what the resale is. Let's run the likes up. Come on, we can't slack on the likes. It's the beginning first stream, first Monday of the year. Hit those likes. But, yeah. I know people are going to be all about their goals. How many people are like, just curious in this chat, how many people in here are going to be saying to themselves, that they're going to be more financially responsible. Anybody? Who's going to be a little bit more like financially responsible this year and just try to do some cutbacks and might slow down a little bit on shoes? Anybody? Anybody that said that? Anybody is that anybody's goal in this chat? Like, what are some goals, man? We stopped donating to FanDuel. I stopped that a long time ago, dude. The sports betting, I've cut back a lot. Buying a new truck, so definitely will be cutting back even more. I mean, that's a nice. I'd rather have a new truck to be than another pair of shoes to sit in the closet. Shoes. I'm getting into stocks. Like, what kind of stocks? Do you not have a 401k, brother? You should be taking a percentage of your check or whatever much money you make. You could take a percentage and put it into your, at least your Roth IRA. I can't even talk. Your Roth IRA. No more GRs. I paid off 30K. I paid 30K off in debt last year, and I have 30K more this year than house goals. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Just realizing and understanding the deeper meaning to these impulse buys. Bro, I feel like overall, like sneakers, it's really, dude, 100%, dude. Sneakers get you really bad on impulse buys. It really does. I think there's no other hobby, I feel like, than sneakers that really sucks you in with impulse buys. Because I feel like the day of release, like we're all excited for the shoes. We all want the shoes. But then if you wait a week or 2 weeks, you don't even care about the shoe anymore. You know? You don't even care. Right? Cutting back on all shoes clothes this year. I got enough I've worn yet to last until 2027. Yeah, I mean, I think overall, I think a good strategy is like if you bring anything new into the closet, you should make a goal and try to like at least sell something off. You know? Try to like sell something off, not like to try to recuperate, some of the money, but also some of the space. Right? I think that's what gets you is that like you bring in more than what you get rid of. I'm slowly selling off my whole collection. I'm trying to buy a house in 2026. I mean, that'd be huge. I mean, a down payment is not cheap, bro. You need like at least 20K for a down payment with closing costs and everything. You need to at least. You probably should have more. Honestly, if you buy a house, you should probably have a little bit more, but you got to at least take in consideration it's probably going to cost at least 20K closing. 15, 20K closing nowadays. Depends on how expensive. It depends on how expensive the house is. You know what I mean? If you're buying a $600,000 house, okay, guy, yeah, it's gonna cost a little bit more. But I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, a lot of you guys, we're getting older. You know what I mean? We're another year getting old. So, I mean, I'm sure you guys want bigger W's, right? Sneakers was just a small W's in the end. In the end all, sneakers were just a small W. Trying to make big W's this year in 2026. Also want to get a house this year. Let's buy a house this year, gang. What's next for Ross? Always looking forward to the new year changes. You'll have to wait and find out. You'll have to wait and find out. Um, I'm trying to get rid of my 10.5 gammas now. They came with a factory defect. I got robbed. Ugh. I sell it through StockX. Every few months, I look at my collection and I see I've been wearing and what I haven't. I've been trying to stay under 20 pairs. I'd pray to stay under 20. I'm not that good enough. I can't stay under 20. Everyone want to buy a house this year. Be careful. A house is only a good investment if you can afford it. I mean, yeah, of course. The bad thing about, like, the tough thing that no one remembers about a house is that, like, just the maintenance costs. Maintenance costs to fix a house. All the little, nuts and bolts. All the little issues that comes with houses that you got to fix. Right? If something breaks, you got to fix it. If you want to upgrade anything, you got to fix it. The second I sold a pair of StockX, someone accepted a bid that I forgot I put in a month ago. Shake my head. Uh-oh. I think Roszko on House Hunters on HGTV, yeah? You want to do that? Yeah, she said yes. I'm around 50 DS pairs, yeah. 50 DS pairs. 50 DS pairs is a lot. That's a lot. The house owns you. 1K on plumbing this weekend. Jesus, what'd you eat? Spending 1K on the plumbing? Guy, jeez. Clog them shits up, huh?
Havlack just subscribed with Prime. Morning, Ross.
Morning. Exactly. I just had to buy a new door the other day. You don't realize it, but then you got a nice fresh door. I bet it looks good though, right? That door looks good. Well, tell you or your son to stop punching the doors. You guys are raging over there. Right. Listen to this. Ross, when you and M get married, will one of the monthly giveaways be an invite to the wedding? No, she will not approve that. None of you guys are... I already floated the idea of live streaming it, and she shot that down. So, it's not happening, guys. It's not happening. Already RSVP'd? Yeah. How about hit the like button? Run it up. Run it up. Make it a series for Hulu. God. I might just be apartments for life, but the wife is bugging, so the house hunting begins later this year. Yeah? Yeah, but that's a little bit trickier, though, one man. I mean, South Florida, those prices are not cheap. That's always tough, man. Those some areas, you're gonna have to move out into like a little bit of the boonies, man. The Everglades. A TV on the wall with all our faces on a Zoom call during the wedding. God, nobody wants to see your crusty, dusty face. Do the mods be the groomsmen? What are you gonna be doing? Walking around timing people out in real life? You're gonna walk around as my bodyguards, just like timing people out. Hey, back up, time out. Go sit over there. Go take a lap. Shady, they get the 27 months. Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year to you too, man. And apartments for life is worse than buying a house. Yeah. I don't know. It depends. Not everyone is like, I don't know. It depends on your life and what your goals are. You know? Apartments up costing you more in the end and don't own shit. But like if you physically are not able to keep up with a house and you're not home and you need to be able to get up and go anytime you want, then maybe that's the better life for you, right? If, not everybody can do but not everybody can do yard work or homeowner things, then get a condo. Then get a condo, brother. I don't do any of that shit, man. I don't touch anything outside. Yes, the HOAs. Yes, they all do that though. Their security, they do everything. HOA fees. Yes, it is, but it adds up. Yeah, but like everyone makes a big deal about that shit, but I feel like it's worth it. I mean, I also have a pool. I have a gym that I walk to if I want to. I have a lot of amenities. That's very nice. I don't know. You know what? I know most people can't afford a house. They keep trying to force it, so foreclosure rates are super high. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to start Chicken and W's, Airbnbs. You guys, when you come vacation here to Orlando, you can stay at the Airbnbs. Since I know a lot of you guys come through here. You guys can stay here. We'll rent out the room. You can sell the wedding invites on the website next to Pokemon cards. Could pay for the nice honeymoon. Just having a live auction. Airbnbs are probably already a saturated market there. Oh, there's a lot, Lauren. There's a lot. But you'd be surprised. I mean, I could just tell you, like, the last, 3 weeks, I've never seen the city so busy. The traffic has been abysmal. The outlets, the malls, the shopping centers, they're all people from out of town. All from people out of town. It's nuts. It's been insane here. The parks have been a zoo. A lot of people come here. So all it takes, Lauren, is literally to fill it up for a few months, and you'll be good. Just tune in. What did I miss? Nothing much, man. We're just chilling, just chatting, man. 9:30 in the morning. We're just chatting. I wouldn't mind living on a boat or a yacht. That would be no. Would you wait? Would you live on a boat in the middle of the ocean or just docked somewhere? I mean, a lot of people do that in Florida. They live on their boats. 100%. There's people that do that, but it's all docked. They'll have their boat docked and they'll just live on it. Yeah. I mean, if you could take the waves and the shaking constantly and occasionally your hurricanes. Remember that guy? Does anybody remember that guy in Tampa? Bless you. Does anybody remember that guy in Tampa that was remember he was in a sailboat, a tiny ass boat. He was in a tiny ass boat. He was homeless. He had one arm. And he was fighting out the storm, the hurricane, everybody. He went viral. And he went famous. He went super famous. People were donating a shit ton of money. And then he started a kick live stream and said the N-word, and then everyone he got canceled in like 2 seconds. And then he got canceled, and then that was the end of him. Nobody remembers that guy? Nobody remembers that guy? Yeah, he had a horrible record too. Yeah. He was like on an Aiden Ross stream or something. Yeah, he went super viral. Everybody wanted to help him. And then he just kind of like had a huge crash out. Well, yeah, was it in Tampa? Yeah, it was in Tampa. It was in Tampa. Captain something, yeah. Yeah, it's like Captain Dan. It was something, yeah. God. So you can live on a boat and end up like him. The boat life. Captain Dan. Just ridiculous. It was just, yeah. But it should be good. I don't know. I don't know if I could live in a boat though. Boat would be a little bit claustrophobic for me. I feel like you're just too confined. There's not enough space to walk around, and it's just like, who else lived in a boat? The quarterback for the replacements, Shane Falco. Remember? That was his Shane Falco. Oh, the Orange Bowl. Ever since that Orange Bowl, he lived in a boat. He never recovered. He never recovered from the Orange Bowl. Out there living on a boat. Shane Falco. Lieutenant Dan, yeah. Crawfish. Hell no, that guy on IG who sails everywhere is gnarly. I can't. I mean, you guys are talking about living on a boat like it's a yacht. Like, you guys ain't, if you're living on a boat, I don't think you're going to be able to afford a yacht. Like, how are you going to pay for the gas? How are you going to afford the gas? Gas is so expensive. That shit probably burns so much fuel. I wonder how much it costs to fill up a boat. Right? You guys complain about filling up your car. How much would it cost to fill up a boat? You can keep it docked, but you got to pay the docking fees, right? You can keep it, but you got to pay docking fees. You can't just dock it anywhere. Sailing is free. Yeah, sailboat you can do for free. A decent sized boat can be close to $1,000 to fill it up. And that's not even a yacht. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit's probably not cheap. Not cheap. I binged watching Miami Vice over and over. I love that show. Okay. Yeah, it's very expensive. My parents' friends live on a yacht. Yeah, like the people that live on boats are like people that have so much money saved and they retired and they just want to like live the rest of their life out. You know what I mean? Like, those are the people that live on boats. But hasn't it been people, I kid you not. Have you ever guys thought about just living on a cruise ship? Just live on a cruise ship. Can't you just live on a cruise ship? Right? Just get a room that is cheap. You got free food, buffets, bathrooms, showers. Just live on a cruise ship. Right? There has been people that have lived on a cruise ship. And it turns out that it is cheaper. There's people that live on resorts. I feel like living on a resort is way more expensive. Insurance, travel the world every week. Well, you're just going back to the same spots every time. You're not really changing. You're just going back on the same route. I don't think the thing changes. Just work as a crew member then. I wonder what it's like to work on a cruise ship. That's got to be tough. To be a cook on a cruise ship or something? Or like just a maintenance guy on a cruise ship? I wonder what your life is like with that. What do you work for? You go ahead. That's tough though. You got to go work for a few days, you're gone, and then you take a couple days off. Like, how does that work? You got to be single, I guess, to do that. To work on a cruise ship. You know what I mean? Work on a cruise ship, you're going to be gone for a while. Going on my 17th cruise next month. And people that go on cruise ships are just like that. They count them all. They don't do you have ribbons or do you have pins for how many cruise ships you've been on? Remember, there are luxury cruise liners that have smaller ships. There's a butler for every 2 passengers. Yeah, but what is that, like Viking cruises? Working for airlines is the same thing. You always gone. Yeah, I mean, you're always right. Their schedules, those schedules, if you're working like those schedules are crazy. Those schedules are crazy too. Like you don't need sneakers when you work those types of jobs, right? You're not there. You're not checking the sneakers app if you work for those jobs, right? If you work on a cruise ship, an airplane, any type of job like that, you're not really focused. You're not a sneakerhead. You're definitely not a sneakerhead. You hung it up because there's no way. There's like a Crystal Cruises. It's like a world cruise. Damn. Look like the boat shoes. Hard to get a sneakers W delivered to a ship. Yeah, just you're never gonna wear it. Never gonna wear. You can't. You know what I mean? Like you're never home. You're never home. You're always on a boat. On a boat, mother. On a boat. But yeah, I don't know what this conversation, how this started, but I appreciate it. You always be on the air on a plane. Can't even enter sneakers. Yeah, you can. You can enter. You can enter sneakers on a plane. You got to just pay for the Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, you know what I mean. If you pay for the Wi-Fi, you're good, brother. You just can't stream. You can't stream on a plane. You can't stream on a plane. That's it. So no live streams on a plane. Can you live stream on a boat? Probably, but the service is probably ass. You know what I mean? Let's go. What up, Tinkle? Starlink, yeah, you're gonna have to. You can live stream on a jet. Yeah, like on a jet, but that's like you have to have permission and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, they're always. Are you serious? They're always like people like the airlines. As soon as you get on a plane, like they're like, oh, make sure you have airplane mode on. Turn it on airplane mode. Like they think like using your phone or using your any sort of technology on a plane is gonna like make the plane like go down. It makes no sense. It's 2026 now. Your little cell phone should not disrupt the plane at all. Top of the morning, boss. Chicken and dubs, Pats all day. Yeah, should be good. If you have airplane mode off, it really is not that serious. I know. iPhone automatically switches it to airplane mode, does it? That's the risk I'm willing to take, yeah. In the Midwest, some of the malls have converted spaces into apartments. They got tired of empty storefronts. No way. People are going to be. What do people just live and people can watch them live? They have like windows you can go by and like people are shopping and you can see people sleeping. They're in their living room watching TV. I guess that would work. Only in America. Only in America. Yo, Russ, when is the estimated ship date for the quarter zips? I need to upgrade my look. I'll follow up with them today. I'll ask them today or tomorrow. They should be just going back into the office today. I should have I should have it. My guess, maybe the end of the week. But I'll reach out to them and ask. Everyone's back in the office now, so everyone's back to work. I just realized All-Star Weekend is almost a month away. Yeah, but like what's the big hoopla for All-Star Weekend this year? What's the big hoopla? Unions? Because isn't Unions supposed to drop at the end of February? I mean, if it's in LA, then yeah, Unions might drop early if you're in LA. I could definitely see Union drop early. But I don't know. People have said they're not really feeling the sixes, and the sixes are like the big drop for All-Star Weekend. Unless people start switching up, which is quite possible. Like, for sure, people could switch up. But I mean, this is the big drop for NBA All-Star Weekend, dude. You know, this is the big drop. When are white infrareds supposed to drop? Didn't they say like white infrareds is supposed to be at the holidays this year? I remember a lot of Jordans dropped months early last year. Yeah, and guess what happened? The Lost fan too. Like people like again, you got everyone caught FOMO. And like, dude, most of those shoes ended up sitting. That they dropped early. The grape fives, dude, people ate up those grape fives. Guess what? The grape fives sat and nobody really wanted them. That's where, like, dude, that's where I feel like that's where FOMO gets people, bro. FOMO will get people, man. But you're right. Yeah, last All-Star weekend, they dropped a bunch of shit early and turned out like most of that shit just sat. So, I mean, don't get sucked into it too hard. Right? Don't get sucked into it too hard, man. Like, I still think the GRs are going to be pretty much easy to cop this year. Like I don't see any like the big GRs. I think again this year are just gonna be the Space Jams and Bread Fours. I don't see any big massive GR drops this year that's gonna have people go crazy unless there's like surprises, and this would be one of them. If people all of a sudden go nuts over these sixes, I don't see GRs going crazy in 2026. Don't sleep on Wolf Grays. We'll find out. I don't know. I don't know. I have one side of you guys telling me that the Wolf Grays are going to go crazy and everyone's going to eat them up and they're going to be nuts. And then I have my doubts. I just have my doubts on the other side. I have my doubts. And that's just me personally. Like I don't know. But again, yeah, if you like them, you just get them. But don't worry about anything else. But feels like 2+ years ago were fours. Last year was fives. This year were our sixes agenda. Yeah, the six agenda is definitely here, but are people going to accept it? I mean, they also tried doing the Jordan 2 agenda, right? They also tried jamming down the Jordan 2s, and that really didn't work out. I mean, just because they're going to push a shoe doesn't mean it's going to have success. Right? It doesn't mean it's going to have a lot of success. Sixes overall are not the most popular Jordan. They're just not. They're always in the middle for everybody. They're not the most popular Jordan. They're very big. They're very heavy. You know, they're very big and they're very heavy. So, I personally, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I think when all's said and done, it's still going to be just fours. And I feel like that's like it. And they've already cut back. We've already gone through the whole last stream. We literally went through the whole entire Jordan release schedule for this year. And they're cutting back on Jordan 1s a lot. A lot. So I still think it's Jordan 4s. That's most of it. That's it. I still think it will just be Jordan 4s. But I don't know. Like again, like I went out with M. We went to a bar. And I jokingly said something like to her and I was like, "Dude, check out all these people wearing shoes." It was it was just mostly Asics. It's still Asics, man. Like it's still Asics. I see Asics on dudes everywhere. They're not even rocking Jordans. Like in their group, out of the groups, I see like one dude rocking a pair of J's and everyone else is wearing Asics and shit. It's nuts. And they're just GRs, bro. They're just GR Asics. It's crazy. Bro, even in the commercials, you see more New Balance and Asics. It's just like, yeah, because like Asics has that, like, to me, it has that. I know it sounds wild. I know it sounds crazy, but to me, it just has that, like, I don't know, that designer look to it, I guess. For runners, that silver shininess that I feel like is super in style right now. Like that silver metallic shininess. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like I don't know, like to me, I feel like a lot of the style nowadays is very sparkly. I don't know, like it's just weird. Like everyone likes the whole like sparkled pants and like sparkled hoodies. It's just weird. Did you see Chris Gibbs said last Jordan collab was almost a remix of putting the Jordan 4 colorways onto a 1 instead of a Chicago Shadows? Jesus. Good thing that didn't well. We're gonna fill out an NFL Pro bracket live. Yeah, Patriots win it all. Rams lose in the first. Rams lose in the first round. Eagles lose in the first round. Jags beat the Bills first round. The bedazzled boys. Yeah, for sure. But that was kind of, yeah. I mean, we'll see. Go sports. I don't know how you could be interested in sneakers and not like sports. That has to be like the that doesn't make any sense at all. Doesn't make any sense at all. To be into basketball shoes but not like sports, gotta be like I don't know. That's like oil and vinegar, literally oil and vinegar. Dumb take. Everyone wears shoes. Not everyone plays sports. What the? Everyone does shoes, but not everyone plays sports. We're not even talking playing. Who's playing sports? We're talking about sports. Talking about sports. These shoes were made for sports. Oil and water, whatever. Lauren, you got it. Here we go. First argument. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. Doesn't make any sense. And I'll stand on that. Lou's upset because he was always picked last in freaking kickball. That's why. Dude couldn't even hit a kickball. That's why he's upset. That's why he's big. He can't do sports. He got picked last always in kickball. A lot of people just care about the look. That's why stories don't really matter. That's different. That's different. Stories do not matter for sure. Well, because like John, they watered down the stories so much. Right? They watered down they watered down stories to the point where it's like, why should you care? Ross, you started the channel on speakers. Oh, we talking about JBLs? Paper bag boy, Gorgon? We talked about, yeah, you're right. I started talking about JBL speakers and Bose. You want my review on the Bose? That's like collecting skate decks and not skating, or collecting Pokemon cards and not playing. What? Talking about sports is not playing sports. I'm not asking you to go, let's go outside and shoot hoops. All right? Collecting skate decks. Are you trying to take a shot at me? First of all, if you didn't know, bozo, I did skate when I was a kid. Okay, bozo? You guys try to bring like you guys try to like use these other analogies. It doesn't work. Y'all, right? They be just saying anything. Saying everything. Uh Skate decks are just as much as artwork as they are equipment though. Yeah, well, a moose, because like at the end of the day, dude, like you're not gonna skate anyways, some of these decks in all reality, because I mean, to me, like if skating is also, you got to go this right size, right? If you were, to me, I think what I was like a 7.25, right? But it depends on the pop. Some people prefer different skates with more of a high kind of like pop to it. And plus, you're not gonna skate some of these decks anyways, because you just ruin them anyway, right? You're just gonna scratch them up. That's a tiny ass deck. Yeah, I like tiny decks. That doesn't sound right, but yeah, the tiny skateboards. I prefer the smaller skateboard. It's easier to flip. Decks. Get your head out of the gutter. You guys are gross, man. You guys are gross. Said Dex. Yo, happy New Year's, man. How you been? I'm good, you. How about you, my man? Liam, what up? You guys said that shit. I'm not gonna say that. I am not gonna repeat that comment. 8.25 wide trucks and dude, Swiss bearings. Bro, that's a big ass skateboard. 8.25? But for real though, I haven't skated in over 10 years, but I still collect boards to use on a skateboard. No, you're not allowed to. You gotta still skate to this day. That's the rule in this chat. Yeah, no shit. It's like, of course, you don't skate as you get older, bro. The hell? Because when you fall and hit the ground, it hurts more. You're gonna freaking hurt yourself. What are we doing here? Right? All it takes is one little fall and you'll break your arm or break your hip. That shit hurts harder. Jermaine, get the Jermaine, dude. You're nasty, dude. You're nasty. Skating stops once you start paying for your own insurance. Yeah. Yeah, y'all there skating with no health insurance. That's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I broke my left index finger 2 years ago on a backside tail slide, and still isn't right. You should switch that up. You should be like, I broke my left index finger 2 years ago doing a backside tail slide, front flip out to nose grind to kick flip to pop shove it out, and it just hasn't hit the same. Happy New Year, Ross, and chat. Wishing you all the great W's. Nice. Are you ever gonna put that shoe down, Lost Soul? You're just gonna hold it up forever? If you ever gonna put that shoe down? I've always skated a 7.5, but nowadays I talk to my skate buddies and everyone is skating 8+ boards. To me, that feels like just like a heavy ass board. I wonder why. Is it just because they want more space to land? I don't know. Maybe they just need more if it's jumping off ledges and doing crazy shit. You fuck up your knees that way too, if landing like that shit. But yeah, I mean, I hate to break it to you. I don't think they made these skate decks for someone to use, especially when it's like a 3-piece set that makes a design. I personally don't think, and that's just my opinion, I personally don't think they made that so you can skate it. I mean, you could certainly skate them. You can for sure skate the decks, but it's a design on 3 skate decks. You know? I don't think that is meant to be skate. Happy New Year's, Ross, and Chicken and W's community. What up, Tim? What up, man? What up? I broke my tailbone first time on the quarter pipe and never again had desire to blade or skate. You broke your ass? That sounds like that hurts. Breaking your ass muscle? That's no joke. That's painful. I've done like, I fell off like I fell down like drop-ins and I've smashed my knee, and like my knee would be like totally welted. Like there'd be like a huge golf ball size like swollenness like on my knee. That you always used to suck. Um, isn't that what Napoleon's grandmother? What? Uh, what's matter? So they're all just going to copy Little Yachty now. Patent leather. Air Force Ones. Well, Hidden. It was nice. The run was nice, Hidden. The run was nice. The run was nice, Hidden. The run was nice. Patent leather forces. I'm going to skip on this trend. I'm probably going to skip on this trend. The patent leather forces. I'll probably skip on this trend. But yeah. Need the oversized tee. Just go to the go to the tall man section. Lil Yachty wasn't even the first to do that. No, he definitely wasn't. But I think his sneaker was probably the most successful one in a while for patent leather. You know what I mean? Like most patent leathers have like just fall flat. Patent leather Air Jordan 1s never did anything. Right? Like patent leather has always been very tough to sell. Very tough. Yeah, Undefeated did it. Didn't work out. So I would say like Little Yachty was probably the only one I've seen in a very long time that's had success with patent leather. The creasing patent leather is terrible. Oh yeah. I mean that thing creases, dude. It's gonna leave marks. But maybe they saw the success and other people will try to copy it, try to go for it. I don't know. Yeah, they crease bad. Yeah. Uh, uh. All the patent leather ones we ate up. Yeah. Patent leather ones people ate up, but they just didn't have good longevity. You know what I mean? They didn't have longevity. Like they just didn't last. I think the only ones that people went kind of crazy for was those gold top threes. Right? Remember the gold top threes? But even that, like they just don't have longevity. They don't. But it is what it is. We'll see. Ross, by the way, the Little Yachty is Air Force One. What do you mean? The Little Yachty is Air Force One. What do you mean is Air Force One? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Patent red fours. Nah, y'all ate up the patent leather breads. Oh no, yeah, they did. Yeah, people did. But them shits, bro, that shoe, oh my, that was a shoe that I think people later on was like, what were we thinking? What the hell were we thinking? The patent leather breads? Like, Like, what were we thinking? That shoe you couldn't even get rid of. Like, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, the patent bread. I remember like people making all these videos on these. They're 190, 218. Still hold. How long, Ross? I got a full size run. How long should I hold, Ross? Are they gonna keep going up? Ross, you said to hold. The YouTubers said to hold. Keep holding. You're on that 10 to 15 year plan. Keep holding. Keep holding. But like, dude, again, current market 301 just bled out. As years and time have gone on, it just slowly bled out. Right? Like, look at this, just slowly going down, lower and 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 lower. You know? You're literally holding everything till it's worthless. You're right. Literally holding everything till it's worthless. Right? Everyone switched up as soon as they tanked. It's not that. It's like, I think everyone switched up when realized like how impractical they are. And like, yeah, I think people were just thirsty for breads. At that time, like we all were thirsty for breads. And this is what they gave us. So we kind of had to get excited for it. And in reality, it's just like, once everyone got it in hand, people just didn't realize like it's just not that great of a shoe. People, dude, I knew it was cooked when people started to justify that it's a good shoe to wear in the rain. That's when I knew it was cooked. Oh, Ross, though, it's a good shoe for the rain. The patent leather, the water will just kind of fall off of it. When people started saying it's good rain shoes, then I knew it was done. It's done. It's done. Right? When they were saying like, oh yeah, loose the water will go right off of it. It was water, like, right? Like, here's the thing, and I'm like, I'll be honest. Here's the thing. When people start saying like, oh, those are good rain shoes, or one that gets used a lot in this chat, oh, those are good gym shoes. Oh, those will be good for the gym. This shit's cooked. This shit's cooked. Right? If you're trying to like, you know, tell yourself like you need them because they're good gym shoes, it's most likely you're just trying to force it. You're forcing it. You're forcing it. Right? I don't think personally I don't think we're buying retros or buying any of these shoes to go work out and do a set of squats in them at the gym. Go hit the leg press real quick in these. You say that all the time about Jordan 1s. Jordan 1s are good gym shoes, but I'm not buying. I personally, John, me personally, everyone's different. Eventually, they turn into gym shoes at some point, but they don't start off as gym shoes. You know what I mean? That's kind of like how my rotation works. Like, when I wear them a lot and they somehow lose that luster, then they eventually go to gym shoes. It's kind of like stages in life, right? You're like the fresh new toy. You get showed around. Everybody, taking around town, showed everybody, like, whoa, look what I got. Like, I'm wearing them out. Like, this is great. And then they lose that luster. And then they just get stashed in the closet. And they sit there for months And then they transition into gym shoes. Like, oh, well, I'll just wear them for the gym. And then I'm stepping in the back of the heel of them. Like, I don't even untie the laces to get my foot in it. You just kind of giving the wiggle, right? Shuffling your foot right in there. Don't even give a crap. And you're out the door going to the gym. Let's rewatch Pat and Brett hold their sell videos. No, man. We're not going to sit here and watch people's bad predictions because I'm sure I have plenty. I'm sure I have. I mean, I know I do because you guys remind me of them every other day. Ross, remember when you said this? Ross, remember when you said that? I have plenty of bad predictions. And like everybody, like you can't crush. That's not fair, bro. Like I know people want to jump down YouTubers' throats all the time. Like, and I get it. I mean, that comes with the territory, right? If you're gonna put your opinions out there, people are gonna critique them, and that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But I will say this is that, yeah, I think everybody had that same mindset. That era, people were holding shoes. It felt like it was going to last forever, right? It felt like the relationship was going to last forever. Like, this was the game. You were able to hold shoes for a long time. They were always going to go up. Like, we were on a roll. And then things drastically changed. So it's like when you think you have everything figured out, and all of a sudden life throws you a curveball, and guess what? You're back to square one again. Right? So it's like you can't go back. You can go back and you can sure go point at everybody that was wrong, but like that was the trend. That was the trend. And it was that kid. Bro, that kid that had huge influence. I say he's a kid, but he's not even. He's probably in his mid-20s. The Sneaker Invest guy. There was a guy that had a whole channel that was all about Sneaker Invest. All about sneaker investing. He had a whole channel dedicated to sneaker investing, and people would watch it. It would get 30,000, 40,000 views every time he dropped a vid. And people would run over to my channel and be like, oh, did you see this? Did you see that? Did you see he's talking about doing this, doing that? Hold. Right? His whole channel was dedicated to sneaker investing. But he really wasn't really investing. He was holding it for a few months and selling it off. But he made it work. He made it work. He figured out the game. That guy is still around making vids and making a ton of views. Are you sure? Someone send me the link. If he's still around, send me the link. So many wannabe resellers need validation from people to make their decisions because they can't make judgments themselves and get mad at a person for telling them something that didn't work out. That is deep. You are trying to be someone's psychiatrist here. You're looking into deepness. To be honest, sneakers is a lot about validation. It's a lot about validation, right? We talk about this quite a few times. It's about validation. Like, people come here, like, they don't want me to shit on your shoes. Like, that's not, like, you want reassurance on your purchases. But I feel like if you're good at the game, if you're good at reselling, you already know what to do, right? You know what to do. You know what sells, what doesn't, right? You know what sells and what doesn't, right? You don't need me to tell you that. And I'm not always the best person. Like, I look at it, again, from a data perspective. But the data isn't always right? You know the streets. If you're a reseller, you know the streets. You know your customers. You know what sells, what doesn't. I'm not in that space. I'm not, like, you guys will crush me, but I'm not a sneaker reseller. I don't resell shoes. So I don't know, I don't know what sells like that. Some people have, like, different areas, different markets, different things sell, right? If you have loyal customers that will buy from you, right? Like some people have loyal customers that love shoes, but they don't have time. They're not on the sneakers app. They don't know the markets. So yeah, they can squeeze a little bit more juice out of it, right? I can only tell you from a buyer's perspective. That's where I come in, is like I can help you with your purchases and tell you from pure data if you're getting a good price or not, right? Is it better to hold? Is it better to wait? Or is it better to buy now? But I can't help you on selling because I'm not out there, bro. I'm not vending. I don't vend to sell shoes, you know? So, like, yeah, I've sold sneakers before, but I'm not selling it like I wouldn't consider myself a full-on like vendor, right? I sell my shit sometimes just to get rid of it because I have to. Here's my sneaker invest guy.
People always ask me how I stick to healthy eating, and honestly, it hasn't.
Oh, he made a video on the Black Cat Forest.
Every plan there is, and they've.
Yeah, and things have changed so much too. I mean, I'm not knocking this guy by any stretch because I mean, mine is the same way, bro. But like, yeah, this guy used to kill it with the sneaker invest videos, right? But like things have changed. He's got 100 likes and he's got 4,000 views. So I mean, like everything is just like it's all got sucked away. It all got sucked away, man. I remember when this dude used to drop videos, it would be like 30,000, 40,000 views. This dude would be all over the For You page. But yeah, he's talking about investing in this shoe. No. Like the answer is no. Like do not sell Black Cat Forest. I like I don't even know. Like do not sell Black Cat Forest. I would think, dude, that, but yeah, see, this is where I kind of worry is that, like, do not sell Black Cat Forest, but there's going to be restocks. There's going to be some restocks over the next month or so, right? There's already been confirmations, or, you know, it's already been confirmed that we should see some restocks during NBA All-Star Weekend in February. Will that have a market? Will that have a hit on the market? For sure. But things don't go up as quick and fast like they used to. It's just like the market's so different now, man. I mean, everybody have seen it, right? Like, I mean, he's like saying do not sell Black Cat 4s, but like at the end of the day, like you're already up. It's kind of like deal or no deal. Like the bank offered you, you know, the bank's already offered you $500K. You're already up. You started off with 0. You're going to hold out and possibly say pass and then walk away with nothing. Right? It's always those games that drive you nuts where it's like, dude, you just cash out. Cash out, right? You're at the slot machine. You're already up. You're going to keep going. Just cash out, bro. You're already up. Some people don't know when to take their wins. It's like, it's okay to take a win at 80%. You're still a win. So what? You didn't get the full 100%. 80% is better than 40%. You know? And like you're holding out, and it's like you're holding out for like $20. It's not like we're talking about 20,000. I think he's talking to the people who have 100 pairs. If it goes up to $10, that's an extra $1K. Yes and no, John. He might be, but like, can I say something though? Like, dude, if you or me are buying 100+ pairs of shoes, I would hope you kind of have an idea of what the fuck you're doing, right? I hope you're not going out there and buying 100+ pairs of Black Cats and then going to YouTube and looking for advice on what to do. Respectfully, right? But maybe some people are. Maybe some people are. I would think, though, if you're throwing that type of money around, you kind of have a plan and you kind of know what you're doing. But maybe people don't. Maybe people don't. Maybe people don't. Maybe people don't. Maybe people are sitting here waiting like, I need some reassurance. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. But, I mean, if you want my honest opinion when it comes to this shit, dude, Lost Soul, dude, you don't need to change your profile pic. I was just messing with you, man. I still love you, brother. No, change your profile pic back. You need to hold that shoe for the rest of your life. If anybody thinks this is going to change in 2026, you're wrong. You're wrong. Like, I know we're going to have like a clash between two sides of like, you know, the OG sneakerheads of just buy your shoes, wear your shoes. That's all that matters. Storytelling, everything. But there's still going to be that side where people are going to come in here and still ask about resell and still ask, is this a good shoe to flip? Right? Because like that's going to be the game, man. You know, people want money at the end of the day. Like, unless y'all are satisfied and y'all making enough money in your daily lives and you don't give a shit about selling shoes, then yeah, it's not going to change. There's going to be like most people are going to care about resell. Most people are going to care about resell. And literally that is sneakers from now on. COVID changed it drastically. The StockX GOAT factor changed it, substantially. Everyone having access to flip shoes. It's like, dude, that is sneakers, man. It is sneakers. It's part of it. It's embedded. It's always been embedded, but now it's like, it's taken over. And I know some of you guys will try to sell most limited shoes, right? You guys, I don't blame you. Like, I really don't. Like, and maybe that's just me and my, like, kind of, like, aging. Like, I look at these shoes and I'm like, dude, sometimes, like, it's not worth $1,000, dude. Take the $1,000. Like, all the luster and all the lore just wears off over time, right? It just does. You're better off just taking the money. You're really better off taking the money sometimes. And I know people are going to be like, well, you're not really a true sneakerhead then. But, like, bro, you're talking about money, though. Like, sometimes money is like, if it's going to make a dent in your bills or, take care of some stuff for the week, like, that's way more important. It's way more important. Right? Though, trust me, like, there's going to be, like, it was different, like, because, I don't know, like, shoes, nowadays, they just pump them out. They literally just pump out shoes every time. Yeah, that's why I said most people would rather take the 1K profit from the Tom Sachs. Yeah, but, like, what I feel, John, though, about the Sachs is that, like, people will take you're right, some people will take the 1K profit, but there's a lot of the people that did it that really put a lot of effort into it. You know what I mean? It wasn't just given out to people on Sneakers app, Like, people went above and beyond, like creating medicine balls, doing all this stuff, like, for a month plus straight. Like, people put an effort for it, right? And I feel like those people, it was kind of a little bit different. It's not just like logging on to the Sneakers app and getting it. It's like one of those things like you always appreciate it a little bit more when you put in the effort, right? As a kid, when you saved up money, right? Or you were cutting grass, doing all this stuff to get money to pay for that toy or that N64, right? It always meant more, right? Because it was earned through sweat, right? It was earned through sweat. So it's like, it's going to mean a little bit more. It's going to be harder for someone to let it go in that perspective. You know, if like, it's say, for instance, John, if you waited 4 hours in the cold for Travis Scott's, right, in the freezing cold, are you just going to easily just give them away for $1,000? It depends, right? Some people, yes, some people, no. Like, you'd be like, no, dude, I waited in that line. I waited in that line for hours. I put in that work, man, to get these. I want to wear them. I made top 5% on my Saks program, and when my pair came in, my friend offered me 1,600, but I said no. I let him touch my Saks, but I had to keep them. Okay, Pigeon Man. I got the Saks 3 sitting in my closet. Not sure why I haven't worn them yet. I took those challenges seriously. Did you? I like, I mean, dude, I can't wait for my Saks to come in. I can't wait for my Saks to come in. That is one of my shoes that I'm definitely looking forward to. Ross, do you think the Wolf Grey 5s will be hard to cop? I honestly, Hitman, I don't know, bro. I really don't know, because most of you guys there's a bunch of you guys coming in the chat saying that you're excited for them, but I don't know. I don't really have I don't know how 2026 is going to go down, dude. Right? I think you guys will like them a lot, but I don't know if the regular casual folks are going to. It's hard. It's just hard right now, bro. It's too far out. When we get closer, I can give you a better judgment on it. But it seems like right now the interest is high. Does it stay? Possible. Does it fade away? That could be possible too. So I don't know. I'm not sure, bro. I can't give you a definitive answer on that. I can't let go of my brick by bricks. They're offering me 600, and reasons I can't let them go is because the biggest hit I ever got on Sneakers app kind of got attached to them. No lie. Yeah. Nope. They're gonna be a GR, tons of stock. I don't know. We'll see. What size is my Saks? It's pretty big. 11 and a half. I need that extra half inch. The loser Saks. Yeah, the loser Saks is supposed to be like summer, right? The loser Saks. If you guys are new here, just join though. If you could help out by just tapping that like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Rossmeister. If you guys could tap that like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Come on, first like of the new year. Hit it up. Tap it up. Tap, tap, tap. Run it up, kids. Let them know. Appreciate it. A half size is like 2 of 16 difference. It makes a huge difference. Half size makes a huge difference. Got my mummy SBs this weekend. Let's go. That glow in the soul is insane. You buying mummies? Damn, mummies. Better sell your Saks now. They will brick on the restock. I'll be all right, dude. I'll be all right, man. I'll be all right. You know? I'll be all right. I think I'll live. I think I'll live. To be honest. You know? I think I'll live. I feel like if you don't sell it now, I feel like if you don't sell shoes now, they'll only get cheaper or about the same price a year later. I mean, that is certainly the trend right now. Could it change in 2026? For sure. Absolutely for sure. It could definitely change. Right? And we'll be here to call it out and see it. But yeah, I think overall, and I'll say this right off the bat, like if your sole purpose is to sell the shoes, you're better off having the draft ready to go, already posted up on eBay. You should be selling it the second you hit. The second you hit. Right? Like I feel like you're better you're getting most of your money off of people that are catching FOMO. And I mean, and like I'm not here to help people. If people like, hey, sorry, they're not part of Chicken and W's, I'm not going to help them anyways, but yeah, people that are FOMOs, the FOMOs are cooking. FOMOs are cooking, man. You know? You should be selling the shit as soon as it's posted. Sell it right when it posts. FOMO, right? It is what it is, dude. I mean, dude, everybody that I've talked to in this chat that had good hits and that have sold and made a decent amount of money was right after it released. For instance, the Cactus Plant Flea Market Dunks. Dude, people were overpaying like crazy on those Cactus Plant Flea Market Dunks. Somebody in this chat hit all three and sold each pair for like $375 a pop or something. It was like $350 a pop. They sold them right away. Right? Like now that shoe is like $200. Right? Like people are definitely making good money by just selling it right off the rip. Not even just, it doesn't even come in yet. And it's already out the door. Even something hyped like Travis Medium Olives has only went up like $30 in a year. Well, you gotta like think too. It's like, how much is it going to go up? Like, it's not just gonna keep going up forever. Like, this market is not like that. Everything has a ceiling. And they just keep making more and more colorways and more pairs. It's just not like that, man. It's not like that anymore. Right? I mean, could the brick by bricks possibly keep going up? Yeah. I think brick by bricks could possibly go up over time. It's going to take a long time. But if you really wanted my opinion on a shoe that I think could have more room for growth, brick by bricks, but people got to wear their brick by bricks, you know? Brick by bricks could definitely hit $1,000. It definitely could be $1,000 shoe. But it's never going to hit that because people don't wear the shoes like that anymore. I sold my Nardwuar SBs before the sneakers drop for $300. Now they're $190. Yeah, that's insane. People were definitely going crazy and overreacting on the Nardwuars. People were definitely overpaying on Nardwuars. You know? $100%. Nardwuars, definitely. Yeah, because people move on much faster now, so people panic and sell, undercut the lowest ass, buyer wins. Yeah, if you're a buyer, again, like I only can help for the people that are here, right? If you're a buyer and you strike out, just wait. Like I can't say this enough. Like just wait. Wait like 2-3 weeks. Wait even a month. The prices will settle and it will go down. But the problem is now it's like people don't want to wait. They don't want to wait at all. That's the thing. Like, I want it now. You know? The Stranger Things is different though. Like, the Stranger Things dunks, the Stranger Things is so different because Stranger Things is like, it's tied to a TV show. Do you know? Like, it's bigger than shoes. Right? Stranger Things is bigger than shoes. It's one of the highest grossing Netflix TV shows of all time. Like, that doesn't just happen. You know? I don't know the numbers just yet, but it had like one of the highest viewed episodes. Right? The last episode was insane. Like, Stranger Things like took over. So it's like stuff like this that has more meaning to something that's more like media based as far as like TV shows, foods. It's just different. It's just different. You know? Because you're just attracting a bigger fan base, bro. Stranger Things fan base is bigger than it's bigger than shoes. It's not like it's bigger than sneakerheads. I mean, if you looked at anything Stranger Things lately, anything Stranger Things, the Lego set sold out instantly. The Lego set for Stranger Things is reselling for a decent amount of money. Right? You guys told me that. Stranger Things Lego. The Lego thing that just released. Anything Stranger Things is hitting. This thing is selling for $600, $575. Right? Their old set is $800. Like $600, $460. Anything Stranger Things is going crazy. The cards. Bro, the cards you guys laughed at. Like, can't put you guys on enough. Stranger Things cards, bro. The thing was $2.99. Literally. And it doesn't even ship. It's not even shipping until March. Tops 2020. Hold on. 2025, excuse me. 2025 Tops Stranger Things cards. Bro, like literally. It was $2.99 a box. There are $465, $465, $500, $500, $500. Ross, that's okay, sold. Oops, I gotta go sold completed. Oh. Hobby box. 465, 465. 465, 500, 500, 500, 475, 475, 475, 550, 475, 475, 475, 492, 492. Buyer accepted 500. And you guys would be gross because all these boxes here was $170 before season 5. Before season 5, these boxes were $130. Now they're $250 a box, $280. They were $113 a box. So yeah, the Stranger Things, that's different. Stranger Things is totally different. You're not gonna have that. That doesn't happen all the time. You know what I mean? You know, it doesn't happen that often though. That's like once in a year type shit. They usually do an actual release after the pre-order, right? Yeah, they'll have some boxes. It won't be as much. I think the majority of the stock is through pre-order, and then they do like at least 25%, 35% on the release day. I think you'll have another chance for sure. You'll have another chance getting those. Paying $500 to get some background character auto. But yeah, I mean, it ain't that bad. Didn't Pulp canceled these? Pulp canceled these, so it ain't that bad. Chia. Chia. I mean, it's different, bro. You gotta move like different. They have lots of good background characters. Yeah, but they're not gonna. You and me both know, Sir Paul. They're not gonna be going for $500. You're not gonna get your money back. They might go for $100. I sold my pair for $280. Which ones? Oh, this one. Yeah. It's not. I don't know. Which is crazy because this shoe was not even in the show. Like, this shoe has, like, it's not even part of the show. Like, the actors and the actresses didn't even wear this sneaker. And yet, it's going for the most. Oh, they go for it, yeah. Are you going for Topps MLB Pristine? No, I am pretty much set. The only thing I'm still buying is Marvel. That's it. You know what I mean? The only thing I'm still buying is Marvel. That's it. That's the only thing I'm still buying is Marvel. The Marvel cards I feel like is worth it. There's still big hits still alive in the set. I think that's the only thing that's still worth it right now. Marvel and Topps Chrome Basketball. I'm the only thing I'm copping this week for cards is I'm gonna try for Midnight, which again you guys can say whatever you want, which is fine, but basketball right now is just it's big money. It's insane. It's insane. I mean, Coopers are going for thousands of dollars, like not even thousands, like 14,000, 15,000. So tomorrow, actually it's tomorrow. The only thing I'm going for is Midnight. So, yep. But this will probably be like $400. It's EQL. Great. It's EQL. Probably can't even hit this anyways. It is EQL. We'll give it a shot. Oh, it will be expensive. It's 100%. Midnight's usually like $300 a box. It's probably gonna be like $4 something up 400. I wouldn't be surprised if it's $400 a box, or maybe even more. Right, Bang? The first Jordan shoe Don C designed was for charity.
Nike right away was like, how do people know who you are? You not know, so like, how do people? And I was like, oh, I kind of got a following in the sneaker community. People in sneakers know me. Backstory, Ye got the deal at Nike working on the Air Yeezys. Yes. Some of the designers there were kind of impressed on my shoe knowledge. And the fact that I knew that the Agassi and the basketball shoes had the same sole. I was like, yeah, because they're court shoes. So a tennis court, basketball court, y'all use the same sole. The sole on the first Air Yeezys was kind of an Agassi sole, but it was also a basketball sole, same sole. Things like that, I think I connected with a lot of the design team at Nike. I'll do whatever. However I can add value, I'll wash the toilets. Like, that's my attitude towards anything. I'll do anything because I just want to win. So if the team wins, we get to all celebrate a championship. Nobody's going to be teasing me for sweeping the floor. If we won the championship, they're going to be props. They're going to be like, bro, and bro was sweeping the floor. Some of the people that had a little juice at Jordan brand was like, yo, Dom, you want to design a shoe? I remember the people at Nike write a website. You could design a shoe for charity and like let's see how it go. And I was like, what? Hell yeah. Like, so they let me do this Jordan 1. A lot of people don't know the origin of Black History Month. So I did the story around Black History Month. I had limitations on what I could do. Within those limitations, I used like an African kente print. But I thought that was like too lively, so we just made it one color. It was like a black. Yeah. And then we put the snake skin from the hats on the strap. And they added a strap to a Jordan 1. Was like, what? It was something different. They put them on eBay, you know, minimum pair was like $4,000. They just start going crazy and people's so everybody at Nike was like, yo, Don C, we're about to donate some good money to this charity for this thing. And they was like, yo, let's do this again. We ran it back the next year. Then we did that twice. Then they were like, man, you know what? The twos. This is a retro we cannot break. And I was like, man, I would go luxury with it because the original twos were made in Italy. Dude. It was the first $100 retail battle. You could design a shoe for charity. In 1987 was made in Italy because that was what the designers and the team was thinking at the time. Like, man, we need to take the Jordan brand luxury. It started with the Jordan 1. They want to take 2 luxury. They was like, yo, if you could do something with the 2, we'll give you a release. I was like, let's go. Why I went blue with it, in one of the meetings, my wife at the time, she had a blue Chanel purse in the meeting. And I kept looking at the purse while I was working on the shoe. And I was like, man, you know what? Who wouldn't want a Jordan with Chanel? I was like, man, that's my reference. I'm gonna go direct reference, the blue. And this is so not Jordan. Not a red quilted, it's a blue, it's something different. I was so happy that the market accepted it. And then we got the beach one, and then we got the pink one. And now it seems like the 2 was accepted. In 1987 was made in Italy.
Yeah. And now I don't hear much from him anymore, from Don C. But yeah, he had a nice run. Don C had a nice run back in the day. Look at these dudes trying to get, look at them. Find these jerseys on eBay.
Those are size 20s?
Yeah, we're from Kentucky. You probably gave those away to somebody. We're from Jimmy in Lexington. Just got the shop.
You ain't got the other one?
Yeah, my buddy got it.
Damn, I no. I'm gonna wear them in the game. Jimmy got the other one?
My buddy has it.
Tell him I'm gonna get it back for you. I'll give y'all some.
Damn, that. He didn't even sign it. 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 He's like, dude, get the other one. Give it back to me. Obviously, dude, do you know all losers? You know this is like, these are people's jobs too, right? They're professional autograph guys. These guys are no joke, man. They're just like sneaker resellers. You know that, right? These dudes know what the fuck they're doing. They're very smart in a way. They know how to move. They're not just like, oh, like kids out there waiting. No. They have the flight logs. They have the flight logs. They know where they have bus logs. They know where players are going to be at all times. They know when players are coming in, what hotels they're staying at. Dude, they are hawks. They're hawks. They know everything about that. They know exactly where to be. How do I know this? Because I know one personally. I know someone personally that is a memorabilia tracker. He's got so much memorabilia. He doesn't sell it. He keeps it for personal. But yeah, he knows exactly when the planes come in. He knows everything. He knows it all. He knows where like they're gonna be at. So like that's why like they were all waiting outside that bus. That's why no one's there. It's early in the fucking. They already had the bus log. And like that's why these athletes know him, bro. These athletes probably have seen some of these guys. They see them, bro. They're not stupid. They see these guys all the time, probably. Right? That's mad stalkerish. It is, but like, yeah, dude, these dudes chase down autos, man, and they sell them. I mean, I don't know what you could get for but like, look how they have it set too. It's like, it's not like, this isn't their first rodeo. Like they have the jersey. You got to be quick, right? You got to have all your shit ready to go. They have the jersey already on a padded paper, on a padded cardboard thing, elastic, nice, easy, flat, so the auto is going to look good. Like, they have all, like, even, like, the guy with the cards. He has the cards on a binder. He has the cards on a binder, all set, ready to go. Look, see how fast? Boom, boom, boom. Like, that's how you do it. You don't want to waste his time. Right? Because you only have a few, like, he's not going to spend all day doing that. Like, most of them don't do it. This is weird, bro. No matter how much you put on it, how much money they make, this is creepy activity. You can label it whatever you want, but sports memorabilia is big money. Sports memorabilia is I would say, I don't know, 400 or 500 times bigger than sneakers. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it's way bigger than sneakers. It's way bigger than sneakers. And to me, these are the little guys. What's the difference? Okay, the little guys are like this, right? They're little guys, just hustling, trying to go and get autos, right? But you have companies that will pay these guys, I don't know, $10,000, $20,000 to go sit in a room and sign jerseys all day or sign jerseys for a few hours. You see that, right? You see those videos. Those are companies, right? Those are companies that pay them. Hey, can you sign 100 jerseys for us, right? I don't know how it works or like, I don't know that space. Not too familiar with that space, but you've seen athletes that will sit there, they're watching TV or whatever, and the guys are just handing them jerseys. And they're just going crazy, or they're going by the helmets. I've seen it firsthand at conventions. At conventions, right? At conventions, you have like all the vendors on one side, and then like behind closed doors, you see behind the curtains, they have football helmets all like in a row. Just rows and rows of football helmets, like a huge side, and they're just going like like just signing them all. But there's big money, bro. Like helmets, all that shit go for, I don't know, people buy it, dude. People buy it. Helmets go for like $500, $300, $400. Sometimes the biggest place. I don't know what Karl Anthony Towns autos go for. Like, again, I don't know that. Probably $200. Yeah. I don't know. But they definitely I don't know. I mean, that was the big thing with NIL before NIL. Like, you saw the video, you see the documentary on Johnny Manziel. You know what I mean? You see the documentary on Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel was getting paid for autographs. Like he was getting paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to go fly out and he would get straight cash, straight duffels of cash, and he would just sign jerseys, sign everything. You know. But go check out the Johnny Manziel documentary, dude. The dude was getting crazy money by just signing stuff. Any breaks tonight? Yeah, I'm live. We'll be back tonight. We'll see. Didn't he get in trouble for that? I don't think he got caught. I don't think he got caught. Who's ready to add more to their collection in 2026? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Who is this person? How the hell they have Futera friends and family? There's no way, bro. How much do those shoes cost? How much do those shoes cost? Are those Cactus Jacks? Are those Cactus Jacks? Brother, if you got shoes like this, that makes me question everything you have. Unfortunately. If you have shoes like this makes me question every shoe you have. Especially when you have especially when you have this and you have $50,000 Futera friends and family SBs right next to it. Right? As soon as you have something like this, that makes me question everything you have. Again. You can't judge anything on the internet, bro. You know, like internet is always just a lie, dude. Internet's always a lie. Uh Rich Paul shares the real reason why people buy Jordans. People didn't buy MJs because they wanted to be like Michael Jordan. Oh, this is Sir Paul right here. Oh, no, this is Lou. Lou, this is you? People didn't buy MJs because they wanted to be like Mike. Since Lou doesn't like sports. That was half of the people. You know what the other half was? They wanted to be like Max, who had the BMW and the cute girl. And that had on Michael Jordans. So who was your Max?
Etc.
Right.
He comes Carolina.
With the powder blue, yeah.
It was only, by the way, back then, it was only 3 colorways. And so if you bought a pair of shoes, but here's the other thing. People didn't buy MJs because they wanted to be just like Michael Jordan. That was half of the people, half of the consumers. You know what the other half was? They wanted to be like Max, who had the BMW and the cute girl that had on Michael Jordan.
Sure.
So now,
influencers,
if you get both of those consumers, you have the entire market share.
That's interesting.
Because
so you have to have the elite athlete that's different than
back to North Carolina.
I mean, I get it. I definitely get it, though. I definitely get it. And that could be true to some extent. You know what I mean? That I definitely get it. He's talking about like the neighborhood like guy that had all the money and like was the show off. Right? Like, of course. That's why Jordans were always a status thing, man. It was always about a status. That's why why do you again, dude, again. It's 100% true. It's 100% true. It's 100% true, man. Right? Are you wearing Travis Scott's because you want to be like Travis? No. There's probably most of the audience out there probably want to wear Travis Scott's because that's the, the most popular, that's the expensive shit. You look like the guy, you have it all, right? You look like the guy that has everything. It's the same reason we all went for starter jackets. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, it might not be you personally, but there's definitely kids out there that will look up to people and see like, hey, that guy has it all figured out. That guy has all the money. He has everything. That's what I want. And look how he dresses and look how he is, So I definitely can see it both ways, right? Obviously, when you start growing up, you don't give a shit about that stuff. But when you're young, you look at that shit and you admire that shit, and that's the shit you want. It's always been like sneakers. There's always been a part of like the flexing aspect, right? The flex aspect of it. I have it, you don't, And I think like maybe that's like his generation, right? Or where he was from, for sure. But times have changed so much where I have said this, and I'll stay on the record for saying this. This new generation of sneakerheads, okay, and I'm talking about the suburban, mommy and daddy's, little sunshine. The suburban kids out there, bro. They look up to these guys, man. This is their neighborhood dope boy. Is this guy. And you can get all your laughs and all you want. But
Same size at Roszko for
these are the influencers, bro. These are the influencers.
That's the thing. Are you buying, bro?
Yeah, but what size is this?
Size 10. Only pair.
How much you ask?
20.
20K? Can I do some trade?
I already have the whole set in my size. I don't need more.
But give me 2 price on this. I can straight buy this. I give you cash.
What's your offer?
Marketing like 50,000. Can I do like 50,000 on the shoes?
15?
Yeah.
15 is kind of low, honestly, because like it's a rare pair, and you know that.
It's already.
Plus, it's a good size already. It's a size 10.
OGL?
OGL. It comes with the receipt.
Last time I sell this pair, like same size, I got sold for 50,000. But right now, it'll be hard to sell. Can you do?
Nobody has it right now. That's the thing.
Where you buy this from?
Huh?
Where you get this from?
I bought these from my friend, bro. I'll be honest, I paid like 14,000 on them, so I want to
you
make
paid like
money.
10,000, I see.
No, I paid 14. Dead ass. It's the rarest LV ever made.
Okay.
Let's make it interesting then. Let's do a coin flip.
What's coin flip?
15,000, 18,000. I think that's fair.
Money I can make and lose money on the shoes if I buy the shoes.
Brother, no one has this shoe. How are you gonna make or lose if you don't even have the shoe?
50,000. Let's do 50,000.
Huh?
50,000 right now.
15, 17 flip. Let's do it.
50, 60. Let's do it.
15, 17. 15, 17. 15, 17.
50, 65.
All right. Heads is God soul. Tails is best event on earth. All right. I'll flip it. Call it in there. All right.
Pass. Oh my god.
Oh my God. No. Give me do it.
See? Every kid watching this or sees this that goes, look at all the money he has. Look at all those hundreds. Look at all the shoes. Bro, he is like, again, you're telling me I can have all that money and the sneakers I want by flipping shoes? Like, telling you.
41, 42, 43, 44,
Telling you, bro.
50.
Like these guys are the new. I'm telling you,
Appreciate it, boss.
the new. These guys been the
Same price
influencers.
I got sold for 50,000.
These guys been the influencers. These guys been the influencers. It's staged. Not everything is staged. I get you. Some stuff is too far-fetched, and I agree. Some of this shit doesn't make any sense, but I mean, there's people out there that have money, man. There's people in different tax brackets, brother. There's people out there with mommy and daddy's money that do very well. Mommy and daddy do very well. But obviously that's not who I mean, you're a grown-ass man, dog. No, I'm not talking about you, dude. You're a grown-ass man. You have a mortgage. What the hell? They're not influencing anyone. Brother, you're too old for this shit. I'm talking about the next generation, dog. I'm talking about the next generation. Talking about the 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. I mean, have you ever been to one of these events? Have you ever been to one of these events, bro? It used to be flooded with little kids running around. Like the little minion kids. Telling you, like, with shoes that were like, oh, buy this shoe. They would like come like, can you do a trade up challenge? Or some bullshit like that. I don't know what they were doing. But they would do fucking trade up challenges and shit. Like, it used to be kids running around and shit. I'm just saying in general, like, back like when I used to be on this tour and I used to be on the SneakerCon trail, like there was always little kids running around and shit with shoes trying to hustle your ass. And they were the worst. The little kids. Little kids never took no for an answer. It's like, go away. They'd give you the most beat up shoe and be like, oh, $100. Like, what the hell? No. But like, I think you guys, I'm just telling you, man, I think you underestimate. I think you underestimate it, man. I think you underestimate it. Raiders parted ways with Pete Carroll. I called it. Did I not call it? Called it. I called it. There was no way he was keeping his job, man. It made no sense. Absolutely made no sense. Called it. Told ya. I knew he was gone. I mean, it was a transition year anyways, and he was horrible. You have this first overall pick, right? They got the first overall pick. They have the first overall pick. Get a coach in there now. Get a GM. Start over and draft a QB. Get a QB. Right? But I mean, he set him up, though. Now they get a fresh start, #1 pick. They got Genty in the back. It's either Dante Moore or my boy, Mendoza. I think they got to go with Mendoza. I think it's Mendoza. Dante Moore, he's all right. But I'm going to take the underdog. I'm going to take the guy that's been slept on his whole entire career. I'm going with Mendoza. #1 overall pick. I'm going with Mendoza. But who knows? He might have a terrible... He's not out yet. I mean, Indiana's got to be the favorites, bro. Indiana's got to be the favorites. The way they steamrolled Alabama, bro. They fucking steamrolled them. Sorry, Kenji. The way Indiana they just beat the crap out of them. They have to be the favorites. Hopefully Oregon. I don't know. Indiana's defense. I love that coach. That coach is a dog. That coach is a dog, man. I'd play for that guy. Did you also see Indiana's getting all these transfers now? Dude, Indiana might be a powerhouse soon. Indiana might be legit. People sleeping on Oregon. The problem with Oregon always chokes, man. Indiana was up 17-0, and he looked pissed. Yeah, the dude wants to beat the shit out of you. He doesn't want to win. He wants to beat the shit out of you. So, yeah. I feel like that guy could be a good NFL coach too. But who knows? Indiana. Oh, what the hell? Saban's going to the Raiders? Please. No, they need a young coach, man. Texas Tech, though, no offense. Texas Tech was just lucky to be there. Sorry for my Red Raider fans. Texas Tech was just lucky to be there. Their offense was so bad. Their offense was so bad. IU is killing it in the portal, too. That's what I'm saying. That's why IU is... I mean, they're going to be... they're going to be decent. Ross, remember when you said the Canes were not going to championship Miami? I did. They look totally different. I'm not going to lie. They look totally different. It's like they turned a switch on. I don't know. Carson Beck is somehow not shitting his pants. They were the biggest surprise, bro. They're playing with an edge. They might go to the championship. They might go to the chip. There's a chance that Miami could go to the chip. I don't think they beat Indiana. If I be honest, I think Indiana's got to be the clear favorite, but think personally, I mean, I could definitely see, now that Georgia's out, I definitely think Canes can go to the championship. I think it could be Canes in Indiana. I would think everyone would want to be the coach of the Bengals, go under 500 and never lose your job. Nah, man. I don't know. I mean, football, bro, like this is like the peak now. This is the juicy time, right? I mean, the NFL playoff picture is now set, right? The game last night, that kicker for, the kicker for the Ravens, man, absolutely choked it, huh? Absolutely choked it. Yeah. You kind of feel bad for him, but I mean, if you're a Ravens fan, you were going to get steamrolled anyways. You were going to get steamrolled anyways, right? Right? The playoff picture for the NFL is looking really good right now. It's looking really good. We're going to fry this. But the NFL right now, this is the best time of the year. This is my favorite time of the year. The playoffs are right around the corner. There's some good matchups. I mean, even last night, that was a good game. With just the Ravens, Steelers for the division and a playoff berth. And the dude chokes it, man. You kind of feel bad for him, but it's a 44-yard kick. It's a 44-yard kick. How do you shank it 5 yards right? It wasn't even close. He sliced it. In golf, that's a slice. He sliced it 10 yards. That's probably even more than that. 12 yards right. He's human. I understand. But you also get paid the big bucks to kick a ball for these moments. And I guess the lights were too bright. I mean, that's why it's tough, dude. The kickers are no joke, bro. Kickers, I mean, that's why some of the greats, Adam Vinatieri, right? Some of those guys hit the biggest kicks in a Super Bowl. Imagine doing that in the Super Bowl. And just put his head down but like, what's really, really sad about this instance is that all the Ravens fans went over to the guy's Instagram and they just destroyed his Instagram in the comments, which it should never be that serious. It should never be that serious, right? Like, let's face it, the Ravens weren't going to win shit anyways. Okay? You weren't going to win anything this year. You weren't good enough. Okay? You were barely a 500 team, right? But you don't need to crush the guy in the IG comments. You know? It's not like, unless you had money on the game, you lost it. Oh, well. But they crushed him. And that's going to be cemented in him like all offseason. And it's going to motivate him. I'd probably come back and be an excellent kicker. But yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal. But the playoffs now are set. The playoffs now are set. The road to the Super Bowl begins this weekend, right? It starts this weekend. There's no buys. It starts this weekend. So overall, the AFC to me looks like a gauntlet. The AFC looks like more of a gauntlet than the NFC. And again, this is just my opinion, but I feel like the AFC I have no idea what's going to happen. I really don't. I mean, the Houston-Pitt matchup, that's going to be a defensive battle. That's going to be a defensive battle. I could see Houston winning that game. I could see the Steelers winning the game. But, I mean, it's in Pittsburgh, which plays a factor, okay? It plays a factor, but I mean, you could definitely make a case that Houston could beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. I mean, Houston's defense and defensive line could cause Rodgers some trouble, for sure. It could definitely cause Rodgers some struggle. But you got CJ Stroud on the other hand that I don't have much faith in him. I really don't. But they win playoff games. I mean, Houston can win playoffs. CJ has won playoff games, right? But then again, it's Pitts. This is Rodgers' last chance, right? I feel like we're coming close to Rodgers' career, and this might be his last run. So, I mean, could Pitt beat Houston, then go into Denver and somehow sneak a win in Denver? Yes. Yeah. I don't think Denver is that heavy of a 1 seed. And I know you guys all, bro, I don't. I think Denver could easily choke this game away too. I don't think Denver is that strong of a 1 seed. They've played decent, but they've had games where they got lucky, where they fell from behind. And the playoffs, anything can happen. The whistles should be swallowed, right? The calls should be tighter. The margin of the gap, right? The margins of errors are slimmer, right? And some teams come out flat and they get cooked. It could always happen. It could happen. So this right here, I don't know who could win this. I really don't. The road to this side to the AFC Championship, I feel like it could be a toss-up. It could definitely be a toss-up. I really do. I don't see a blowout in any of these games. I really don't. This is going to be a tight game. And then this side is going to be this is going to be juicy. Buffalo Jaguars. I mean, Jaguars, you can make a case, are playing probably the best football out of any team in the AFC right now. The Jaguars have been playing really good. And Trevor Lawrence has been pretty good as well. This is going to be a great game, too. I don't know who can win this game. I could definitely see the Jags upsetting the Bills. And this might set the downfall of the Buffalo Bills. Because I think the pressure is all on Buffalo. The pressure on any team in this here is mostly on Buffalo. Buffalo has been here. Buffalo should be knocking down on a Super Bowl right now. They have the best QB in the AFC. They have the best QB in the AFC by far. Okay? So, I mean, Josh Allen, but like, again, it's going to take more than Josh Allen to win. So the pressure is in Buffalo. Playing in Jacksonville, that's a joke, honestly. That's not a tough place to play in. Those fans are they have a swimming pool in the end zone. They're up on the deck, whatever. They have a swimming pool. They're going to be laying in the pool watching the game. So I definitely think Buffalo can win. I could definitely see Jacksonville pooping their pants. And I think Trevor Lawrence could have a bad game, and it's over. But Buffalo is not that strong of a team. Their defense isn't that great. Sean McDermott is a defensive specialist, and the defense isn't that great. And Josh Allen doesn't really have a lot of weapons. I know you just brought up their running back, James Cook. But other than that, dude, I don't know. I mean, Buffalo, dude, they missed out, bro. They need a wide receiver. They need a true number one. They don't have a number one wide receiver. They don't. Their rookie has definitely been a bust. The dude from Florida State, Keon Coleman, has been a huge bust for them. He can't even, I don't know. He doesn't even, he's wicked immature. So I could definitely see Buffalo losing too. I could definitely see Buffalo losing. Shakir, Coleman, Kincaid, Knox, they all suck. Yeah, but when you have Josh Allen, listen, Josh Allen elevates all those dudes. Take those dudes put them on a different team. I don't think they're that great. Okay, you can say maybe the tight ends are pretty solid, but out of all the QBs here, you can maybe make a case that he might have the worst wide receiving core out of any team that's in the playoffs. Right? Buffalo might have the worst wide receiving core. I mean, again, you have DK Metcalf here, you have Nico Collins here, you have Stephon Diggs here, you have Quinton Johnson there with Ladd McConkey. Like you have Brian Thomas Jr. here. Right? Like I feel like Buffalo has the worst wide receiver core here. And that's just my opinion. For all you clowns in here, I will be live for this game. Chargers, Patriots, you thinking, okay, we'll see. We'll see. If you think Chargers are just going to go into New England and win easily, sure. Sure. Obviously, if you're a Chargers fan, you've been listening to all the ESPN talking heads saying New England is not even that good. Oh, they don't play nobody. Okay, we'll see. The fucking cupcake schedule. I hope we shove that cupcake up your ass. Okay? All of a sudden now, everybody's a Justin Herbert. First of all, Justin Herbert has been known to poop his pants. I don't think the Chargers are that strong. Their offensive line is depleted. They have massive holes right now. Their offense isn't as strong. Yes, they have decent wide receivers, and Justin Herbert can be good. He shows flashes of like, oh my God, like this guy could be top 5. But then he just falls down. He just makes bonehead moves and just makes bonehead decisions. But their offensive line is makeshift. There is some holes there. And listen, my Pats are kind of a question mark. And I agree. Like the Patriots, you don't know what you're gonna get. Nobody knows. You think people are saying cupcake schedule. You have a second-year QB that's never been in the playoffs. You have a first-year head coach. For sure. I will say that I mean, is the Patriots a guarantee? No, not at all. If it gets to a close game, you don't know what happens. But I will say, like, Drake May has been playing great all year. He's been making better decisions. I like where the team's at. I really do. I think their holes is their pass rush. I strongly believe like their pass rush has been mid. They really struggled to put pressure on the QB, which could be a recipe for disaster if Herbert has all day. I mean, it could be a rough one. I mean, if the Pats lose, it's a huge disappointment. Again, you are the same chat that was laughing at me when I said the Patriots were going to make the playoffs. Okay? They went 12-3. The team was one of the worst teams in the NFL. Dumb take. It tells you how great Herbert is. The fact that they won 11 games, missing top 2 tackles, missed a starting running back for most of the year, most pressured and most sacked QB. How does that tell you that Herbert is the greatest QB ever? No way. Getting the 1 seed and potentially MVP to get bounced in round 1. You guys are a joke. Again, a joke. Dude took a team. First of all, once I know, dude can't. Guy, put your glasses on, John. You're blind. 1 seed. It's pretty sure it says 2, second seed. But anyways, he took a team that was one of the worst NFL teams last year, and now they're in the playoffs at 12-3 with a second-year QB, and they got a lot of cap space left too. So first of all, my Patriots are in good situation right now. They're in a great situation right now. Okay? On a second-year QB, first-year head coach. And you guys, again, keep using those shitty-ass talking points that you see from Stephen A. Smith because, again, you guys can't come up with your own opinions. So you guys just spew that crap. But I like this. I think either way, you can hate all you want. Pats could win this game. They should win this game. I believe in Drake May. So is it going to be if they win the wild card and go divisional, is that going to be a tough game? Yeah, whoever they play, but at least they'll have home field. Right? At least they'll have home field. If Buffalo wins, that's going to be a tough matchup. If Jacksonville wins, that's going to be a tough matchup. But we'll see. It's the playoffs. Anything can happen. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. It's a lot of question marks. On the NFC side, I mean, the Rams were scary. I think the Rams are not as... I think the Rams... I don't know. I'm not high on the Rams as I used to be. I really do. I think Stafford's a fraud. He's just throwing 1-yard touchdowns. Oh, that's all he does. Carolina's a fraud too. Like, that's a joke of a game. Joke of a game. Literally a joke of a game. Literally a joke of a game. 49ers, Eagles. That might be a tougher game than people expect. I think that might be a tougher game than what people expect. For somehow, in some way, I've been so down on the 49ers, and yet they somehow win, man. They somehow win. They somehow win. They somehow win. They somehow win. I don't know. I've been down on the Niners. I don't know why. I don't know how they win these games, but they do it. They pull it out. And I'll say this, out of all the teams that are here, out of all the teams that are left, maybe Carolina's the biggest joke, but the second biggest joke on this side and the team that I would not be afraid of is the Eagles. That's the one team I would love to play the Eagles. I would love to play the Eagles in the first round. I would not be afraid of them at all. Some people don't know how the reseeding works. If you're implying to me about this, bro, it would only imply if the Chargers beat the Pats, then the Chargers would go to Denver, right? Obviously, the highest seed plays the lowest seed, right? So is that essentially how it works, right? So then, like 6-3, it wouldn't matter; they would still go to New England. But even if New England wins 2, then it would be what? It would be 3 goes here, 6 goes here, right? Buffalo would not play. The only way Buffalo could play New England right would be... What's the matter with the Packers, too, Ross? They're on a losing streaks. The Packers just like, I don't know, man. But are you really worried about the Bears? Are you really worried about the Bears? I would not be worried about the Bears. The Bears, to me, there's some teams here that I feel have huge holes. You can't be shitting on New England and then be all high up on the Bears. Because the Bears are probably in the same situation as New England. Right? Again, second-year QB. You don't know what you're going to get. Their team was horrible. Like, they're going in the right direction. But, like, I do feel like they can beat Green Bay. I feel like they can beat Green Bay. Green Bay is not all that. The Broncos are overrated. Get the F out. The Broncos are not that strong of a 1 seed. I'm sorry, they're not. They're not. I don't care what anybody says. They're not a powerhouse. I don't think anybody's afraid of the Broncos. Sorry. I don't think anybody's afraid of the Broncos. I'll just compare it to previous number 1 seeds. I don't think can the Broncos win? Of course they can win. Of course they can win, but are they sure? No matter what happens, are they like huge favorites? No. I wouldn't give them huge favorites. But I think you can say overall, out of all this year, I feel like anybody besides the Eagles, Bears, I think there's a few teams that definitely will not win it. But it's pretty much open. Like I think everybody had LA as the clear favorites, but LA fell off pretty bad. LA fell off pretty bad. And I don't care. Oh, yeah, but Stafford threw 4 TDs against the Cardinals, bro. Against the Cardinals that packed it up. Like, relax. They played the Falcons, and the Falcons gave them an ass whipping 2 weeks ago. So, to me, I don't think any of these teams are super, super favorited right now. I think it could be anybody. I think it could be anybody. I think it could be anybody. I really do. I don't know. We can see how this plays out, but he's mad Stafford's getting the MVP. I know, right? Stafford's getting MVP, getting fifth and not even winning the division. He's MVP. And he can get the MVP. Let him get the MVP. Doesn't mean MVP is going to win. That doesn't have a good track record overall. NFL MVP doesn't have a good track record of winning the Super Bowl. Last time 49ers came to Philly, Purdy didn't finish. But it's not the same Philly team. All you Philly fans are delusional. It's not the same Philly team. Like, when are you going to sit there and just admit it? You're scraping by. We're barely winning football games. It's not the same Philly team. They're not like, offensively, they haven't clicked all year. They haven't clicked all year offensively. They haven't. I don't understand why you guys can't just be realistic for like 2 seconds. You have Jalen Hurts throwing 100 yards. Like, that will only get you so far. But what if the defense gives up a few touchdowns? What if something happens and the defense gives up a few touchdowns? A 100 yards and they still win. I swear, there's no bigger delusional fan base than Eagles. And I cannot fucking wait till you guys lose and your ass is in fucking Cancun, and then we can never talk about the fucking Eagles again. Because honestly, you guys are the biggest joke of a fan base. Seriously. The most delusional fan base in all of sports. In all of sports. Most delusional fan base. Most delusional fan base in all of sports. I swear. And I can't wait. I'm honestly, it's about time that they just fall off relevancy. Like, they need to just disappear. Go back to being irrelevant like you guys always have been. Because that's why fucking you have the least amount of Super Bowls in your whole fucking division. The Cowboys, you're still trying to catch up on the Cowboys. The Cowboys haven't been relevant in my life since I was 10 years old. And you guys, you know, like, you guys still talking shit about the Cowboys. The Cowboys haven't been relevant and they have more Super Bowls. Like, please. 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 Most delusional fan base in all of sports. Imagine defending Super Bowl champs being spoken on like that. I'm not even an Eagles fan. It's a whole new year. Again, imagine defending champs being spoken. They're not even the same team. It's like, it doesn't defend. What you did last year means absolutely nothing. Again, your brain is fried. Your brains are fried. Seriously. Your brains are fried. Brains are fried. Seriously. Your brains are fried. Saquon is not even the same runner that he was last year. Like, dude, Saquon was unbelievable, dude. Saquon was unfreaking believable last year. He is not playing the same as he was last year. Again, like, no, he's just Ross. He's just he is Ross. You're not watching the same game I am. Their mayor can't even spell Eagles. It's just, bro, like, they're not as dominant. And I'll say this, and I'll swear by this. The Eagles are not as dominant as they were last year. They literally beat the crap out of teams. They suffocated them, not just defensively, but they also ran down their throats. They're definitely winnable. They're definitely easily to beat. You could beat them. They're not as strong. There's holes. There's definitely holes. And we'll see. We'll see. And that's why I think overall it's a good matchup. I mean, Shanahan is going to have his team ready. It's a good matchup. If you think the Eagles are going to steamroll the 49ers, we'll see. I mean, Brock Purdy might crap his pants too. But the Eagles defense may be better this year. If we keep teams under 17 points, we got a chance. Your defense is better. It's not even your defense is better. It's not even your defense is better. First of all, it's not even your defense is better. Our defense is better. Bro, it's one player that has fucking dominated the whole fucking league. Scatteroo broke the Eagles. Defense is better. It's fucking Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter has been fucking unstoppable. He's been unstoppable. He's been a one-man wrecking crew. Literally. So I wouldn't even say it's a defense is better. It's that dude, right? Jalen Carter has been probably the best defensive lineman in the NFL. By far. Besides him and different strategies. He's not obviously like Myles Garrett. He doesn't need to get sacks. But he impacts the game in so many ways. Nah, it starts up front with Jalen Carter. It starts up front with Jalen Carter. I mean, even if you would admit, if Jalen Carter ever got, like, injured or whatever, you guys would be. It starts up front with Jalen Carter. The Seahawks are a joke. Refs make defense looks good. The Seahawks are a joke. The Seahawks play good football. The Seahawks just play balanced football. Are they anything spectacular? No. No. They just play good balanced football. They have a great defense and an offense that doesn't make mistakes. And they have JSN going off. JSN has been really, really good. Right? They've just been a really good balanced football team. Yeah. That's it. They've been a really good football team for them. Like, Seahawks have definitely been a surprise. Nobody would be sitting here at the beginning of the season saying Seahawks are going to be number 1 in the NFC. So refs help Seahawks make bad calls. Bro, you're an Eagles hit. You could say the same thing about anything, bro. Like, what? I mean, I'm pretty sure the Eagles fans would be talking different if fucking Josh Allen doesn't miss a wide open dude in the end zone. Like, dude was wide open in the end zone. He missed it. So, like, again, woulda, coulda, shouldas, all up and down in these comments. Woulda, coulda, shouldas. I'm surprised Seahawks been good this year, bro. I'm from Seattle, and I thought we were a rebuilding team. No, your defensive line, your defense has been really good. If I had 150,000, then Panthers could buy the refs. And we're going back. God. Whatever. There's going to be a lot of hurt people in these comments, man. A lot of hurt people in these comments come Saturday and Sunday. And it's going to be a lot of people hurt in these comments. So what is this? What is this now? So Eagles play Sunday at 4:30. Rams, Panthers Saturday. Packers, Bears Saturday. Bills, Jaguars Sunday at 1. 49ers, Eagles at 4:30 on Sunday. And the Patriots are Sunday night. Oh, baby, baby. Patriots are Sunday night. Sunday night. And Texans, Steelers are Monday. Ross had smack face when we won last year. We'll see. Last year is over, brother. It's a new year. You're gonna be holding on to last year forever, for the rest of your life, because that might be the last Super Bowl you might see in your life. Isn't that pretty sad? That could be the last Super Bowl you'll ever see in your life. Isn't that sad? You'll be tucked away in a coffin by the time the next time the Eagles might be relevant again. It's a reality. Yeah. Gannon's gone. What, the Cardinals? Who cares about the Cardinals? The Cardinals have been a joke of a franchise forever. The Cardinals haven't been relevant since Larry Fitzgerald. The Eagles are always going to be here. Please. You guys were dog shit forever. It took Andy Reid to bring him back. Took Andy Reid to bring you guys back. Will DK be playing for the Steelers? Isn't he still suspended? Damn, why you call the Cards out? I mean, bro, no offense. They've been a poverty franchise forever, dude. Again, in my lifetime, I don't even remember the Cards only been good once in my life. That's just the reality. The Browns have never been good. But we'll see. Again, a lot of flappy gums in this chat. It's all going to be tucked in. They're all going to be tucked in come this weekend. A lot of quietness. We're going to hear a lot of crickets in Philly. I tell you that. That's my prediction. We're going to hear a lot of crickets in Philly. But you know what? That's not what it always is. That's not what it always is. Watch, Bill Nye. Bill Nye, you know how it is. They're not going to be, right? Come Sunday, they're not going to be nowhere to be found. They're going to be tucked underneath their bed sheets crying. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found on Sunday. They won't even show up Monday. Rams and Panthers, I'll tell you that. If they lose again to the Panthers, I'm not renewing my season tickets. You're worried about the Panthers, bro? Panthers barely got in, dude. I wouldn't be worried about the Panthers. I would not be worried about the Panthers, if I'll be honest. That's the last team I would be worried with, is the Panthers. Like, it makes no sense. They beat the Rams in the regular season. The regular season doesn't mean anything, though. You guys can't... Again, whatever happened in September, October, November, throw it all out the window. Like, the playoffs is a whole other animal. It's whoever is, like, I would say whoever's playing pretty good right now, who has some momentum, definitely helps. But who also is very healthy right now is very important too. Whoever is super healthy, right? That matters as well. So you can't look at previous matchups. You got to throw that all out the window. Anything can happen now. Anything can happen. Are the Jets firing Aaron Glenn today? No, I don't think you can fire Aaron Glenn. And if he was going to get fired, he would have got fired by now. It's already 12 o'clock on the East Coast. He would have got fired by now. With that logic, Panthers has a chance of winning. I mean, do they have a chance of winning? For sure. Everybody has a chance. Do I think they have the talent to win? No. I mean, a lot of things are going to have to go their way if they're going to win. A lot of things are going to have to go their way. I mean, Mr. Culverson, appreciate you, brother. I'm just saying. Like, the Panthers are just going to need a lot of things to go their way. Okay, will do, my man. I see it. I was going to click it, but I'm not going to click it while I have it on. So we'll see if it, but yeah, we will see how it goes. So who's my prediction for the Super Bowl? Dude, out of all the years, like dude, if you can predict the Super Bowl this year, like I honestly, I don't know. You could literally, you can make a case for a lot of teams, man. If you want to be fair and balanced, I honestly don't know. I mean, obviously, if you're a fan of if you're a fan of the teams, then you're gonna put your team in the Super Bowl. But I honestly don't know, dude. I really don't know. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Hopefully the Rams. I mean, again, was I saying I would be saying something totally different a couple weeks ago? But I don't feel the same as I do about the Rams that I did a couple weeks ago. I just don't. I don't. I don't feel the same way about the Rams. I just don't. AFC, imagine if Rodgers wins the Super Bowl. Is it possible? I don't think so. I think do I think the Steelers can make it to the AFC Championship? Yes. Do I think the Steelers can make it to the AFC Championship? Yes. Yes, I do. But they're going to need a lot of help. They're going to need a lot of help. You said it a couple weeks ago doesn't count. I still believe the Rams can win. Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, like, overall, like, they were so dominant and they looked really good. And they had some hiccups, I guess. I don't know. Like, I'm not talking about months ago. Like, the last couple weeks, bro. Against the Falcons really got them really good. And Stafford Stafford was bad. So, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. So you think they could beat New England? Who? The Steelers? I mean, the Steelers, yeah, for sure. They have a great defensive line. They can put pressure on the QB. I mean, TJ Watt. I mean, you have TJ Watt. Like, yeah, for sure. They put great pressure. I mean, is it possible? For sure. And then DK will be back. If they get past DK will be back. I just think that overall, like, I mean, if you're like, I don't like. I know you're speaking. If I speak from a center standpoint, I don't think any matchup besides Carolina and Rams is lopsided, right? I think this could be an evenly matchup. I mean, I know Philly fans are gonna say whatever, but that's fine. But from a centered standpoint, I think anybody could win this game. I think anybody could win this game. I'm not too high on Green Bay. I'm not too high on the Bears. I think anybody can win this game. I think this game is pretty much evenly match up. And I think this game could be evenly match up too. And this one, obviously, this one could be evenly match up too. I think if you're the Chargers, you're happy because, you know, you think New England's frauds, right? You're not really too worried about them. So, yeah, I think either or, I don't see any super lopsided matchups here. I really don't. I don't see a single lopsided matchup. I don't see a super lopsided matchup. You know? I think these should be some tight games, man. These should be some tight games. Um, Ross, stop calmly hating. I mean, you're really shitting on the 49ers, but the 49ers, I don't know. They've had some good wins, man. They beat the Rams. Yeah, they just lost to the Rams. They beat the Bears recently. That was a nice win, beating the Bears. I don't know. I mean, they put up 42 against the Bears. Yes, they lost to the Seahawks, but I don't think they're as good as the Seahawks. So I personally think it's going to be a very evenly good matchup for them. Chargers not legit, just like the Ravens, in my opinion. I mean, the Chargers beat the Eagles. I mean, Chargers beat the Eagles and the Chiefs. They had some. I mean, people will say, "Oh, their wins matter," but they beat the Eagles. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the Steelers. Chiefs are not relevant this season. Yeah, but like I feel like it's still a tough division, tough divisional game. You got to play in Arrowhead. It's not a cupcake game though. I know what you're saying. Like, are they as good as previous years? No, but that's always a good win to go play in Arrowhead. Division matchup. Still, I think Mahomes was still healthy. Chargers started off super hot and it fell off. Well, yeah, because they got hit with the injuries. They lost a lot of offensive line. They lost Amara and Hampton. If you guys are new here, just join. Make sure you guys hit that like button, man. Run it up. It's gonna be Eagles versus Patriots in the Super Bowl. Oh my God. You're gonna make me come. Cards are just gonna fire. Cards just fired their coach now too. Yeah. Then the Patriots beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Jesus. Eagles just find a way to win. Whatever. I mean, it takes Josh Allen to miss a dude 5 yards just to find a way to win. But I guess we'll see. We will see. But NFL coaching is tough, man. It's tough. That's the one job, like, it's brutal. It's brutal, man. I mean, how long did he last there for? A year? He was in such a tough situation. That's not a good place, man. Kyler Murray is not the guy. Like, you got to give up on Kyler Murray at some point. Like, he's not going to get you there. You're just floating in, like, mediocrity. Like, you need to fully go back and rebuild it and retool. Like, trade Kyler Murray and start over. They're just not good. I'm sorry. They're not good. Like, you got Marvin Harrison Jr., okay. Try to build off of it. But, like, Malik Willis to the Cards. Yeah, but Malik Willis is going to get you, like, some wins. But, like, is Malik Willis the guy, too? It's such a tough situation. You got to, like, where are they at in the draft? Did the draft order, did they post it? No, they didn't post the draft order? Okay, they did. I mean, you're picking third. You're picking third. Fuck. Shit. You're kind of fucked at 3. You're kind of fucked at 3. And I'm sorry for my language, but you're screwed at 3. Cardinals are screwed at 3. Because the 1 and 2 need QBs. 1 and 2 definitely need QBs. So the top 2 QBs will go off the board at 1 and 2. There's not really a third QB. I don't see a third QB in this draft. Cardinals, we need to draft. Yeah, but there's, at the end of the day, like, I don't think there's a QB at 3 that's available. Damn, Giants dropped to 5 pick. Yeah, but that doesn't matter, though. Giants are fine, bro. Giants got a QB. Giants need to solidify probably, I mean, maybe offensive line, D-line. Archie's not coming out. Archie's staying in. Yeah, what the hell? He's not leaving. Sleeper QBs are there everywhere. At 3, though, Sir Paul, you can trade back. You can definitely get a QB later in other rounds. Like, none of these teams need QBs. Titans don't need a QB. Giants don't need a QB. Cleveland doesn't need a QB. They have like a million QBs there. Commanders don't need a QB. Saints don't need a QB. I think they're going to roll with Shuck. Chiefs don't need a QB. Bengals don't need a QB. Dolphins, I don't know if they're going to need a QB. Dallas don't need a QB. Rams don't need one. Ravens don't. Bucks don't. Jets do. Lions don't. And Vikings don't. Like, the only 2 teams the top 3 teams need QBs. I mean, you got Mendoza and Dante Moore, but then, like, you can maybe pick up the kid from Penn State later in the other rounds. If you want, you can try to roll the dice with the kid from Penn State. I know he was hurt this year. I wouldn't. Ty Simpson from Alabama is the 3rd best QB. No, he's not. No, he's not. If I am the Cardinals, I trade back. If I'm the Cardinals, I trade back. I try to recuperate more draft picks because, and I ship Kyler Murray out. I will ship if I'm going to rebuild the Cardinals, and if this is Madden, I am shipping Kyler Murray out for whatever I can get for him. I will bring in another QB, a veteran, say like a Malik Willis, fine, to just transition. Or, maybe someone else that's a vet who's going to need a spot. Maybe we roll the dice. Maybe we ask Rattler. Maybe we try Rat. Maybe Rat needs a different home. Maybe we knock the door and see if Rattler's still available. We just shop around. We shop around looking for another replacement just to kind of get us through this bridge year. We trade back to recuperate more draft picks because we have a lot of holes in our team. Right? You have an aging tight end that needs to be replaced. You have a wide receiver. I don't know their offensive line situation or their defensive line situation, but you just got to get more players. You need to get more players in that program, in that franchise. So, and you want to draft QB. You could draft the kid from Penn State. I think the kid from Penn State, Drew Aller, he'll be available in the later rounds. Who else? Trying to think. I don't even know who else is QB. There's not many QBs that still. Yeah. You could go with Jacoby. Yeah, ride with Jacoby for now and bring in someone young that can maybe get mentored from Jacoby. You're just looking for someone young to take that mentorship and try to roll the dice. Drew Aller sucks. I'm not saying he's good, but like you bring in somebody that maybe you might strike gold, right? You don't know. You're trying to find someone you're trying to strike gold, right? You don't want to spend a high draft pick on a QB right now because, for Mendoza, it's Mendoza or Dante Moore. That's it. And then after that, you don't know. So you don't waste a top pick. You don't waste a top pick. But yeah, I would trade back. If I'm the Cardinals, I would trade back. What are the Cardinals going to do? They're a shit organization. They're going to draft probably an offensive tackle or something. They're going to try to build again around Kyler Murray. That's what they're going to do. They're going to try to build around Kyler Murray. That's what I'm telling you. That's what they're going to end up doing, chat. And Cam Ward, what does Cam Ward need, bro? He needs everybody. That probably one of the worst teams. If they could go wide receiver here, you can get him a weapon. You can get him a weapon here at wide receiver. You could do a lot at 4. Y'all think New York builds around Dart? They have to right now. For now, yes. He's proven that he can hold it down for now, right? Right now you have to roll with it with the Giants. Do I think Jackson Dart is that guy? I have my doubts. Still. I'm sorry, but I do. I have my doubts of Jackson Dart. But for now, you still got to roll with him. You roll with him because he has shown some flashes, which is great. But I still have question marks. I'm not sold on Dart, bro. I'm not sold on Dart. I think he's made a lot of plays because of his athletic ability. But I think, like, if you look across the board in the playoffs, most of these quarterbacks that are still playing right now are making throws in the pocket, are able to read defenses. And I don't think he's there yet, but, like, can he get there? Maybe. Can he get there? Maybe. You know? But, I mean, Drake May is not really super athletic. He makes good throws in the pocket. Herbert makes good throws in the pocket. Rodgers makes good throws in the pocket. CJ is not super athletic like that. CJ makes good throws in the pocket. You know, right? Like, at the end of the day, like, most of these quarterbacks that are still playing right now, they're pocket first, right? They're mostly all pocket QBs. From Stafford, Love. Right. I mean, the only one that you can say that can throw the ball on the run really good is Caleb Williams and Jalen Hurts. Those guys can move outside the pocket and be dangerous outside the pocket. Purdy's not going to scare you. Josh Allen can do it. But it's not his number one. It's not his, like, go-to. Tua, I don't know what they're going to do, bro, in Miami. Miami's in a tough situation as well. I don't know. I don't know what Miami does. They're at 11. You're not going to get a QB there. Like, maybe you do. I think with Miami's situation, because they're in the middle, I think you do got to ask what, you know, is Lamar available? I think you do have to ask if Lamar is available. I mean, Miami's in a tough situation, very tough situation, because they're like, they can't rebuild, right? They can't rebuild. They're not terrible enough to rebuild, but they're not good enough to make a run. This is what I call purgatory, right? Same thing with Dallas, Cincy. They're in purgatory. They're all stuck in purgatory. You know? Again, I have to look at the cap space too and what teams got the most cap. I mean, I don't know who's available for free agents as well, too. Who's going to be in the market for free agents? It's got a lot of pieces. But anyways, guys, we going crazy today on a Monday. And Hill is out for next season, too. Izzy, I think you got to move on from Hill. I think you got to cut Hill. I mean, that's what I would do. I'd move on from Hill. He's been a headache. Locker room headache. I think you got to start fresh, man. You run with Waddle as your guy. You gotta rebuild it, bro. That era's over, bro. That window closed. You know? So I think you move on, bro. You just move on. But anyways, guys, all right. Friendly reminder. Yeah. We got a bunch of new stuff available on the site. We'll be back later or whenever. Bunch of new stuff available on the site. Added a bunch of stuff. Some of you guys went crazy already. We got WWE, Topps Chrome, Marvel, Cactus Jack, Game of Thrones, all 9 yards. Everything's there. We are cooking, man. We are cooking. So, yeah. Appreciate you guys as always. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Appreciate you as always. You guys are amazing. Thanks, guys. Sorry I'm so late, but what's the Marvel card box you recommend? Oh, what do you mean? You want to check out the Marvel Studios. Marvel Studios right now. Marvel Studios, my friend. But, all right, guys. See you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, man. Appreciate y'all. See you later. I'm out. Peace.